Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Chitchat with Cherise. Yes, this is the same face and the same voice from Solid Saturday, but this is not Solid Saturday. This is Chitchat with Cherise. So welcome, and good evening. I hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody had a great Sunday if you was at church. If not, I just hope you had a great day overall. Yeah. So again, welcome. This is Chit Chat with Cherise, and I am your host. And this time I am not alone. So I actually have a co-host, and we're gonna bring her up now for several reasons. And I'm going to explain everything to you guys in my introduction. Hey, Neen.
Hey, honey.
So this is Chit Chat with Cherise. This is not Solid Saturday. This is a platform of public opinion, public view, no judgment, no nastiness, no disrespect. So we ask, as you share, tag, like, comment, please be mindful and respectful of all that is said and done. Right? So we come on here. If we have a thought, if we have a topic, we chit chat. We chit chat about it. So we're moving a little different tonight for several reasons, and I'm excited about both. So come on in, tune in, get your Sunday dinner, get your snacks, get the kids, do what you got to do, and come on in. So while we are here, I get to talk first. I'm going to enjoy this. I get to talk first, right? So this is the month of October, and October means a lot of things to a lot of people, and rightfully so, right? So, unfortunately, for the other one who got big, bright teeth, no, we love our teeth, by the way.
Honey.
We love, and we ain't got the cutest smiles. Ain't nobody got the cutest smiles. Okay. Right?
Stay at the dentist.
The month of October is bittersweet. Yeah. It's bittersweet for me. Number one, the teeth to your right or the teeth to your left, it's her birthday month. Okay, great. Yes, this is Jannean's birthday month.
Hey.
So, and I'm honored because I get to start it off at the beginning of the month because her birthday is actually the end of the month. But I get to start off by saying happy birthday.
Hey.
And I'm going to talk about you for like 2 minutes. But then also this platform is very special because tonight is Jannean's platform. I'm just here to log her on. I have nothing to say. I have no backup. I have nothing. I'm very proud of you, Jannean. I really am. Because Jannean is doing something that is near and dear to her. So I'm just here for moral support, quite honestly. I'm just here with the cute smile. I got nothing to say. But Jannean is doing a topic that's near and dear to her heart and is also a part of the month of October. It's an awareness for the month of October. And it is breast cancer awareness. And Jannean is going to share with us some interviews and some information that she has done with some people that's near and dear to her. So y'all can come on in. It's going to be really, really informative and really good. I just, I know some people, I know some stuff, I know some things, so I get choked up about it. And then I have my own testimony about it, so I get choked up about it because you never know. right? So, with that being said, again, happy birthday. Not only to
Ooh.
Janine, actually, but the majority of her household. So let's just get that out the way. So if they're looking for me to say happy birthday throughout the month, they can come back and watch this replay because I can't do it. It's too time consuming and it's too costly. So everybody in North Carolina in that house, happy birthday because it's literally four of them, three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't do it. So happy birthday, North Carolina. Okay, great. Um, but I personally want to also address um all of Janine's personalities. So, people
Okay.
have personalities and they have Janine got
Really?
personalities.
Really?
Yeah, you got personalities, but your personalities, I don't want to take up too much time because I want to give you your platform. So we're just gonna say happy birthday to all of y'all. So that's Michael Myers, that's Jason, that's Jigsaw,
Right.
that's Chucky,
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
that's the
Mm-hmm.
child that plays in The Exorcist, that's
Pinhead. Pinhead. Don't forget
Pinhead,
Pinhead.
that's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um um who else gets on my nerves?
Not
So
just
yes, I'm listing horror movie characters because Janine is a fanatic about
a
horror movies.
fanatic.
She's a fanatic about horror movies, and these are all her personalities.
I
And
promise you it is.
people, most people wait till Halloween or the month of October to get into the spirit of, which is all good and fun because I like them
No.
too. But she's in this spirit and this mindset all day, every day, which is why I say, these are her personalities. And she wished some of them were here, but they're not. They're all a figment of your imagination. They're not real, Janine. They're not real. Even though I am petitioning for the purge myself, because there's just some people and some things. But
That part.
honey, give me a day for purge. But anyway, I just want to mess with you because that's who you are. That's what you do. One of your favorite things that only somebody close to you can understand and accept, right? So happy birthday yet again to
Thank
you. And
you.
again, if you're coming in, we are getting ready to have a major, major conversation. And that's all I wanted to say. That's my time.
Not that's my
So,
time.
co-host Janine, I digress, and we now turn the rest of this over to you and your topic. I don't even know if I'm gonna stay on the screen.
What?
Um, all right,
You
I'll
have to stay
stay.
on.
All right,
You
I'll
have to
stay. I'm
stay
gonna be
on screen.
quiet though, but I'll stay.
It's
But
chit chat with Cherise. You have to stay on. Like
yeah,
your
but this is
face
a
has
special
to.
present. This is a special presentation. I don't have to be here. But go ahead.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, as Cherise has stated, yes, this is my month of horror movies. Even though I do it year round, I'll do it on Christmas Day.
All
Um,
day.
I mean, please believe, love me some horror films. And actually, that was going to be my initial topic for today because it was October and Halloween is at the end of the month, and I'm gonna watch Michael Myers. Even though I've seen it about a million times, I'm still gonna watch it. That was going to be my initial topic until I realized that October is also breast cancer awareness month, which is the pink ribbon. um I have stories, or I have interviewed some people when it comes to breast cancer awareness, and it hits home. It wasn't an easy thing to do. It was not easy to do. Um if you know me, and even if you don't know me, um I have two sides of the spectrum. So I actually interviewed my cousin who we lost Aunt Latha. We lost Aunt Latha in 2021. from breast cancer. And I also interviewed, I call her my sister, which is Mywin, who has overcome breast cancer. So neither was easy for me. However, awareness is everything. And being that it's called Breast Cancer Awareness Month, it is to make sure that people are aware of what you can do to, e- I'm not going to say avoid it, but what you can do to prepare or to make sure that you are doing what is necessary to, if you do have it, catch it early. So, my cousin that I spoke to, her name is Nikki. She allowed me to say her name. I had a conversation with her, which couldn't have been an easy conversation for her. So, I really do thank her for that. Um, Her sister, which is my Aunt Latha, uh, on October 2020, she was confirmed that uh she felt a lump in her breast, and she knew it was a lump, and she was like, because she was a nurse, she was an RN, she knew that it could be either inflammatory or metastatic. um and she didn't want to, Latha, she waited a while. She waited a while um about this lump that she had in her breast. um she had the conversation with her sister, which was Nikki, and she was like, "Oh, you'll be fine. It's going to, they're going to be able to cut it out, and you'll do your chemo, and everything is going to be okay." That's not what happened. Um, she was
Can I,
diagnosed with.
may I ask a question?
Sure.
Or maybe I should wait for you to speak a little bit more.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Continue. I'll wait because you
Okay.
may answer me. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, she, again, this is not easy for me because there are some people that you like, and then there's some people that you love, and there's some people that make an impact in your life, and such an impact in your life that when they leave, the hurt is a different kind of hurt. And um I had just gotten out the hospital when I found out what was really going on. I had just gotten out the hospital myself. I um so it hit a little different for me because I really didn't get the chance to say goodbye like I would want to say goodbye. Um when she found out that she had breast cancer, of course they did some tests and they found out that the cancer had spread to her brain.
Mm.
And um she was actually at stage 3. So when they found out that she had breast cancer, it was late in the game.
Mm.
She was at Methodist Hospital, and um they were wondering why they didn't transfer her to Sloan Kettering. Anybody who lives in New York knows that when cancer is, in certain stages, Sloan Kettering is one of the best cancer institutes in the United States of America, not just New York. But there are people who fly from everywhere to go to Sloan Kettering. Sloan Kettering is the hospital to go to. But she wasn't well enough to be transferred from Methodist to Sloan Kettering. I'm looking at the dates. I'm sorry because Nikki did give me dates. Um, by the time they realized, that it had spread, it was, and I'm hoping I wrote this down correctly because I got teared up. Um, by the time it had spread to her brain, I think she coded on February 14th of 2021. And 10 days later, she was gone.
Wow. Wow. Um, Let me ask a question here. Um, did your cousin Nikki say, if you can remember, um, how was it able to spread from her breast to her brain like that?
Um, she did. It was some cancers are, some cancers move faster than, or they, I don't want to say move faster, but they travel faster than other cancers. So just like they like pancreatic cancer, they tell you it's a death sentence because by the time they find it, or by the time you are diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, you have months to live, if that. Some cancers spread faster than others. So when it was found at stage 3, it was already late in the game.
But so
And when
when it was at stage 3, it was already in her brain.
it had already traveled by the time
Wow.
it had already traveled. So it says on her death certificate, breast cancer,
Okay.
but it had spread through her body.
But it says breast cancer because that's where it originated
That's where it
from.
originated. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Um, my her daughters, they were going to, because it had spread prior to, um because it had spread prior to, um when she got admitted. I'm sorry, she didn't want anybody to see her. The only person that she would allow to see, which is crazy, the only person that she would allow to see her was Aunt Joyce. And Aunt Joyce passed last year, as you know.
Hmm.
Aunt Joyce passed last year, a year after Aunt Latha did. They were like this.
Yeah. Well, it's not crazy when people make those kind of requests, and here's why I think, because I go through it too. When people label you, you have a not a, I don't want to say label, but when people recognize you as being the lively one or the fun one or the strong one, and
Mm-hmm.
now you're not able to live up to that, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like a part of you feel like you're letting them down, or like, so you don't want nobody to
Mm.
see you in that state of defeat, I guess,
Right. Right.
so thank God, I don't have anything as severe, or as cancer, thank God, but I'm under watch for it, which is weird. um but I have moments, I have battles and of depression, and
Mm-hmm.
I fight suicidal spirits. And when I get in that headspace, I don't want nobody to see me like that because I'm always the go-to person.
Mm.
So if I can't live up to how you see me, then I don't want you around me. And that's just how we think. That's just how people think. So yeah, I just wanted to just open that up a little bit because people just We don't. We
Right.
don't. And then we don't know how to talk. We don't know how to talk about it. We don't want to talk the conversation of defeat, right?
Mhm.
Um and then sometimes people don't believe that you're really going through what you're going through. So then why talk about it and explain it anyway? People think so, and this is why you gotta be delivered from public opinion and
Mhm.
just do what's
Mhm.
best for you.
Do what's best for you.
You
Mhm.
know, I cut out so much idle chit chat and conversation. That's funny that this is chit chat with Cherise, but I've cut out a lot of chit chat just for that because I'm not you and you not me, and how I deal with something, how you deal with something is
Two different ways.
two different ways, two different strategies. So, but I just want to shed light on that. But continue.
Yeah, she
I want to
she
give you a
didn't.
moment to catch your breath.
I needed that. So, she coded on the 14th and she passed on the 24th.
So she was on life support for 10 days.
Hmm.
Oh wow. Okay.
And her daughters weren't able, they were like, the family had gathered for them to pull the plug, and her daughters were like, we can't do it. And she just, I guess, Latha knew, and she left. Like, they didn't have to pull a
They
plug.
didn't have to.
They
Wow.
didn't have to.
Okay.
They didn't have to pull it because her daughters couldn't do it. And you know, Nikki said, she was like, for her sister, her siblings, she was like, we were like, there's no life left. She said, but you can't tell, and you can't tell children what to do with their parents. That's a whole different dynamic. Um, and they weren't able, and which the closeness that Aunt Latha had with her daughters was unbelievable. I mean, I'm not going to say unbelievable. I'm going to say it is rare. What she had with her daughters was rare, you know. And I get it. I get it. But we lost her to that battle. And so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to share share a little bit of the story, because I can't ask Latha what happened. I can't ask her daughters. I didn't want to ask her daughters at all. It would That's a hard conversation to have. And we grieve every day. There's
Mm-hmm.
people who I don't know why people think that, okay, it's been a year, so you should be okay. No, that's not how this works.
That is not how grief
That's not
works.
how grief works. Grief, you can be okay today and hear a song on the radio and have to pull over because you didn't thought about something that person, and you're not all right for the rest of the day. It doesn't work that way. But to each his own. Um People have their own opinions of how other people should grieve, and I think that's the
Until it
craziest
happens to them.
things. And that is the craziest thing ever. It's the
Let me tell
craziest
you, when
thing
stuff
ever.
like this happens to those who judge per se, the
Hmm.
rules change. The
Absolutely.
rules get addendums, they get amended. Please, we go to Congress about it.
Okay.
We we get words banned. We get new holiday when it happens to them, though.
When it's happening to you,
Nevertheless,
it's like, oh, go, you'll be all right. Go. No, no, I'm still not all right. I still, sit back and
and it
go,
has and it
really?
has nothing to do with being a Christian, being
It
saved.
doesn't, because Aunt Latha was the okay. First of all, my Nikki said, I'm glad you said that, because Nikki said that she said, if something is wrong, she was like, get them cut off anyway. You don't do anything. Like she was like, She sang. I mean, she was like, I mean, she was like you could ask her to pray, honey. Don't ask all late. Okay. You can ask all later to pray. Don't be on the phone with her when she do it though. Cause you're gonna be like, all right, so God got tired of you about 10 minutes ago. You know, that's the kind of person she was. Like, okay, I think he heard you. You good? Cause are you busy? Like,
or
all
you,
right, cause
or you be like me. You be like, you said that already. Like, come on, can we hurry?
and the sad part is she was like somebody else we know and didn't repeat. So you was
Oh
just
my
like,
god.
oh my Father in heaven, we okay. All right. She was that person. She was that person that, that believed that God is going to heal us. But this is the thing. When we go ahead and we say that God is going to heal you, he might not heal you the way that you want to be healed. The way that he heals you may be to take you out of the pain that you're in, and you close your eyes. You don't always get the answer that you want.
Listen,
The
I've been
answer
telling people.
sometimes when you ask God for something, the answer is no.
I've been telling people for a while now. Stop asking God for something and then get mad about how He does it.
How he decides to answer
It's
you.
His will. It's His will and His way. You cannot pray God's will and God's way and then get mad at His will and His way. He's God. He's sovereign.
And we
We
can't get back. I
we
mean,
love to sing it. We love to bop to it. We love to jam to it. But when it's in action, you can't get mad. You can't get mad. Like he ain't sovereign no more because he ain't doing it the way you thought it was gonna happen.
that part.
I'm just
And she was
listen.
one of those church. She was one of those Tuesday night, Thursday night, Sunday. Like on Letha, oh no, I got church. Today Wednesday, right? And you was there yesterday, right? Oh, okay. All right, okay, all right. It was like and she didn't go to Love Fellowship. I forgot the name of the church she went to, but it was like a Love Fellowship thing. You was there Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and don't let it be a conference because then she's there every night. You understand? That's the type of person that she was. So for it to have happened the way it was to take her out of her misery, he took her home.
Yeah. And now she's healed and she's whole. So there's
That
no more
part.
treatments, there's no more needles, there's no more medication.
Nothing over that one lump. And I say that to say I need every woman to have their annual mammograms. Test your own breast. Know your breasts. Get to know your breast. So even if it's in the middle of your mammogram and it's not an annual thing, know your breasts. And I'm not saying that and I'm not trying to get banned off Facebook, but I'm not saying it in a way of no, I'm saying it in a way of know the lumps. Okay, wait a minute, this wasn't here. Okay, it might not be time for your mammogram, but you need to go to your doctor and say, wait, here, because you lift your arm up and you let your doctor, all right, I need you to feel this because this wasn't here. I don't care what you say. And you need to make sure, because the one thing that I've learned from working in the medical field is you have to make them do their job nowadays. I don't know what their issue is or what their problem is, but you have to make them do their job.
Let me ask you
So if
this. Let me
mhm,
ask you this. Um, what are the key areas? Because maybe somebody don't know. Maybe somebody's gonna watch this on YouTube, being nosy. Maybe somebody's gonna come later and watch the replay. So let me just ask: what are the familiar places on your breast that you should check for lumps? Like, is it closer to your under your arm? Is it directly under?
it can be anywhere. So how you check your own breast? is, let me see if I can do it this way. Hold on. I'm doing it all. I'm trying to set up the phone. Hold on. So how you check what
Oh, I think the
happened?
phone fell. We went black.
Okay. So how you check your breast is you lift your arm up over your head. And when you lift your arm up over your head, you take your other, okay, hold on, because it went black and I don't want it to go black again. You take your other arm, your other hand. It's going to look like I'm molesting myself. I'm just saying. It's going to look like I'm molesting myself.
I didn't mean to make you, go through all of this, but I think it's a
So anyway,
question.
so you take your hand and you literally go around in a circle and you feel each, but make sure you have on no bra, no nothing. Get to know your breast. Get to know your breast because it doesn't have to be, anything can happen in a year span. We get our mammograms every single year, every year. But do you know what can happen in a year?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things, just like my cousin's, my, well, I call her my aunt, she's my, but um in that short period of time, in that short period of time, her cancer spread.
Yeah.
So if you don't get to know you, and I'm not, and no, you can't get somebody else to do it for you. You can't do it that way. You have to get to know you. You lift your arm up and know you. Okay, this is here. Okay, is this all right? And then when you go to the doctor and you ask them, okay, so is this what I'm feeling? Is this okay? Is this all right? You go around the entire breast. You literally take your fingers and you massage your own, like you feel yourself and get to know your breast. Some people have lumpy breasts, but if you don't do your own test, how are you going to know what is normal and what is not? Because then you don't want to become a hypochondriac and be every month or every other week and be like, oh God. Because some people's breasts get lumpy during their period. You need to know that about your body. You are supposed to know your body better than anybody knows your body. So
Now,
you
I
need
didn't
to be
know that.
able,
I didn't know that women's breasts can become lumpy during their menstrual.
yes.
I didn't know that. So that's good.
So you need to and then it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have to be conscious of everything when it comes to your body. I don't care, even when it comes to other areas. You should know your own scent. Everybody has a scent. Y'all can take that however you want to take that. You have your own scent. If a scent smells off, you need to know that. Oh shoot! All right, okay, calm down, ma'am. Your
Now,
your
I'm
your
guilty of that
pH.
one.
I need your pH is a little bit off. It could be something you ate. It could be something you did.
Yeah.
Cause right, cause you don't want to be in
Yeah, I'm
orange for
guilty of
no
that one. I
reason.
know my that. Uh-uh.
You don't want to be in orange for no reason, because some females just be like, oh heck no, he about to die today. So you need to know your own body and what it is, how it feels, how it smells, what your scent is, what every you need to know your body. But if you don't take care of yourself and don't take care of your body, you won't know that. You won't know it at all. So, my advice would be to, one, have your annual mammograms. Two, check your breasts every month like you're supposed to. Check your breasts. Know your own breasts. Because sometimes we just say, and I pick me because I used to do it. I would go to the doctor and he would go, so did you check your own breast? No, I waited for you to do it. No, 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 that's not how it works. And my brother, my doctor was very candid with me. He said, "You do it, if we do it annually, anything can happen within that year. So if you don't not checking for yourself and you don't know, whoa, wait a minute, hold on, this wasn't this wasn't there. Hold on." And then you can call your doctor and say, "I need an appointment. What do you need an appointment for? Because I'm feeling something that is normally not there, but it's there right now." So you can do your early detection. Because if you wait a year and you don't have anything, and then there's like, oh, okay, well, you didn't feel, because that's the first question they ask you. Did you feel anything? I know that paper that we fill out when you go and get your mammogram, it asks you, do you feel any lumps in your breast? It's on the paper. And most of us just go ahead and mark no. But did you check though? But did you check? Because you're just saying no because it's human nature. So check your own in between your mammograms, your annual mammograms. And even when you go for your annual GYN checkup, because they do it then too. Your GYN doctor, he lifts your arm up. He so the same way he feels around, and the same way he feels, and he takes his time and goes starts from here and goes all the way to the nipple. That's the same way you need to do it. But if you don't ask, or if you're like, oh, I'm not sure how to do it, why not ask your GYN while you at your appointment? Oh, how should I do it again? Can you show me one more time? Because they will. I know my doctor did.
And now in this day and age, we got Google, so and YouTube, so you can look it up.
Honey, but see, I don't trust Google. Google will tell you got cancer in your big toe. I don't I can't. I really can't with Google. I cannot.
But it will
I
show you
cannot
if
with
you click
Google.
on WebMD. I'm sure it
Okay,
will give you a
WebMD, I can,
diagram of
yes,
how to properly check.
absolutely.
I ain't say govern your
Absolutely.
whole life and your hygiene by it. I said, but if you need to know how to check yourself, this is the age and day of technology.
Absolutely.
So now I will go to WebMD for something. I think they're a little legit. I've checked some things out, and my doctor has said the same, and it's been pretty accurate. So I will go to WebMD. I ain't going to too many other sites though,
Honey.
but I
Google
go
will be
there.
like, oh, you be like, oh, I stubbed my toe. Google, what happened? Oh, you got stage 4 cancer of your, you be like, what? Okay, see, I don't mess with Google with nothing medical. And yeah. So just so everybody knows, know your body. Know your body. Know your own body for yourself. And don't wait until you have to put your breast in that squishy machine and you want to knock somebody out because your breast is in that squishy machine. Because I'm the first one to tell you that I can't stand that machine. I want to fight it every year, but it is what it is. But I do have a wonderful story on the other side. I did lose somebody to breast cancer, but I also have someone who beat, as she says, kicked cancer's ass.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
yes,
kick it,
that is
but
my
still
win. That is
tofu.
my
Yes,
win. She did that. Okay. Um, she has a t-shirt that says, heck yeah, they're fake, because the real ones tried to kill me.
you are kidding me.
She
I
has a
wish you would have took a picture of that shirt and posted it.
she
I
has
need
a
to
shirt.
see it. I need to see her wear it. Tell her I need a picture.
I
Tell
sure
her sister
will.
in New York need to see that. Tell her that. I
She,
need to. I absolutely love it.
I said, I told her, I said, you are the crazy. She said, heck yeah, they fake, because the real ones tried to kill me. And she also has one that says cancer mess with the wrong chick.
I love it.
So Um, to start off is that she went for her routine mammograms, and she always had dense breasts. And so of course that meant that she had, she always had to come back and do, another scan. Um, and then they said that there was a small area that they wanted to biopsy, but they said it was no rush. They felt like it was no rush, but because she was already on out on leave, she took the first available appointment. Um, this is where they messed up at. Cause I told her, I said, "Ooh, the cussing out the doctor too. My God." So I asked her when she found out, and she said it was October 21st. And she said, but how she found out was they put it in her my chart. I don't In North Carolina, I don't know if any other state has this. They put the results
Yeah.
in a my chart where you can see your results
Yeah.
of your tests. They put it there before they called her to let her know that she had carcinoma, cancer. So she's looking at these results, and she called the doctor and she said, "Okay, I'm seeing these results, but I'm not getting no phone calls." They was like, "Oh, we can't discuss this with you over the phone." She said, "Well, then you shouldn't have put it in my chart." They put it in her chart, and she went to the doctor, I believe it was the next day. Um they told her that she had breast cancer, but it was still in a duct. So what that means is when the cancer is still in a duct, it means that it's not going to spread at that particular time. So it's in a specific area. It has not moved.
Okay.
That's what that means. Um, so they gave her two options. One option was to just take the cancer out and the tissue around it. Because if you don't take the tissue around it out, it could come back. So they that was one, and the other one was for her to have the mastectomy, and she chose to have the mastectomy. Because if she is absolutely right, I would when you have cancer in any part of the body, it can come back. No matter if they take it out or not. They'll Anybody can tell would tell you that. They caught it in the earliest stage, and in the terms of cancer, they caught it in its earliest stage, and she opted to, they gave her an option of taking the cancer out and doing radiation, which is doing radiation just to that specific spot so it wouldn't, to try, for it not to quote unquote spread. But basically she had to have her hormones in her body basically were feeding the cancer.
Oh
So she
wow.
ended up having to have her IUD taken out, a hysterectomy, anything that the IUD hormones was feeding the cancer, so she had a hysterectomy and a mastectomy.
Oh wow.
She had the mastectomy December of 2022 and a hysterectomy of 2023. Um, Now, me being, I think it was one day, one of her friends was supposed to come over, and one of her friends was supposed to come over to sit with her because she could not lay on her breast. She had to sit up in a chair and sleep from December to May.
Wow.
Um, when you sit back and you think about what somebody is going through, the day that um she asked me to come over, she was like, can you come over and sit with me or whatever? Um, wow. I think I don't remember what happened, but of course I went. She didn't have to ask me twice. Um, I went over there, and it was so much for me. Like it was so much. It was so much for me.
Can
It's so
you?
much that. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, because before you get into to how you feel, um,
No, I was going to say what I had to do to help her.
yeah, hold that for 1 second. Um, the vasectomy and a hysterectomy.
Yes.
Now, if I'm a little knowledgeable, right? Your breast is up here, right, in the upper
Mm-hmm.
part of your body, right,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and the hysterectomy deal with the lower part
Mm-hmm.
of your body. How does how did one affect the other part? That's
Because
where
of
I'm
your
just like,
hormones.
wow.
Because of your hormones. You have a whole your hormones are um how can I put it? The IUD that was in you the IUD is inside. So it's inside your vajayjay,
Okay.
right? So the IUD had to be moved and it was the hormones in the IUD was feeding the cancer. You have hormones and
Wow.
you have hormones that are in your uterine. That's why you go through the hormones that you deal with every month when you have your period. So they had to get rid of it because the hormones are causing is feeding on the just feeding the cancer. So they had to get rid of anything that was feeding the cancer.
Wow. That is that is just wow. Because now I'm thinking about your emotional and your mental right
Mhm.
now.
And then anything that could help with dealing with the hysterectomy, anybody who who has had a hysterectomy, um, knows that your hormones go up and down, up and down, up and down. She couldn't take anything because they were help feeding the hormones.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot. So I'm sorry. Continue with what you had to do to help her. I just needed
So
to understand that because
oh, you fine.
I'm just
Um,
like, I don't, I
you
don't,
so stupid. You are
I
so stupid.
I just have to,
So
it's better to ask questions, you know?
absolutely,
It's just
absolutely.
because people
So
need to understand to
that
save
is
your
not
life,
always one. Mm-hmm.
to save your life, you're going to have to do what you got to do. And if
That
that's
part.
what had to be done for her to share her story today, then it was worth it.
Absolutely.
So what were some of the
Absolutely.
things that you had to do with her? So
Okay, so
you was there with her after
after
both
her,
procedures, or was it just the
no,
vasectomy?
just the mastectomies.
Okay.
So there were these tubes that had to be drained. She had to like the rest of it had to be drained. So I had to drain her what was left into these cups and it had the drainage from the breast being moved, the rest of the two she had two tubes that came from I'm not going to say breast, but from here there were two tubes and I had to um put it in a cup, measure it, write it down, write what time I did it, how much came out, and I had to do it for both sides. I had to give her pain medication. She was in and out of sleep, and it wasn't like, I expected a lot of conversation anyway. You just had your breast removed. Um, but for me, it was just like a wow moment. Like, you don't know exactly, people think that, oh, okay, she got a breast cut off. That's all that's involved. They just chopped it off, like like if you lose a limb or if you lose, people just cut it off or whatever you have to do, and you have to just bandage it, and yeah, it's a lot. It was bandaging. It was draining. It was all the all the excess liquid or discharge, um, for me, it was an eye opener. It was a total eye opener. The fact that she was in and out of sleep because she's sleeping sitting up, because you can't lay on your side and you can't lay on your stomach. You can only lay on your back. And for like as she said, I'm so used to sleeping on my stomach. Pick me, that's me too. I'm so used to sleeping on my stomach. Had I gotten in my bed, I know I would have eventually gone on my stomach. So she chose to sit in the chair and sleep. So she was like in and out of sleep most of the time, because it's very hard to sleep sitting up. I can't sleep in a chair sitting up, but you do what you have to do. And mind you, see, she did it January, February, March, April, for 5 months. For 5 months, she slept in a chair. For 5 months. But to have her here, if you have to sleep in a chair, boo boo, sleep in a chair.
Yeah. Yeah.
However,
So how is she doing now?
amazing. Freaking amazing. She is still as crazy as ever. She is still her wonderful self. And she, mind you, before she was diagnosed with cancer, she lost her mom. She was on leave from her job because she had just lost her mom. And then she found out she had breast cancer.
Wow.
So she was fighting battles after battle after battle, literally. Um, and her mom was everything to her.
Okay.
Some people don't have that loving, that supportive mom, but she had
Oh,
that.
that would be me. Okay.
Okay. So that
Mm-hmm.
that was her everything. Um, and then she gets told this. And then she didn't even get told in the proper way. I was like, I would have cussed them clean out. She said, well, we all know that you would have cussed them out. I said,
But you know what? But they do tell you to check your portal because they tell me to.
right. But if
But
you
it
know
because
that
I
there's
think
something in the
it
portal that you
uploads
can't
that way.
right. But if you know that there's something in this portal that you can't discuss, because when it comes to certain things, they tell you we are not discussing this over the phone. You are going to have to come in. I don't know
And
how
that's why
many
they put it
people
in your portal. But
have
your portal, the portal is you. It's you. It's between you and you. Nobody else has access to
right,
that.
but they shouldn't have put the results if
But that's what they
you
no. But they do put results in there. I found out a lot of stuff going on with me through the portal.
but
And once
that's
you
the
read your
thing. They're not
results,
supposed to.
it's
That's the
your
thing.
job, it's your responsibility to call and come in and make an appointment.
Oh no, that not here. Not here.
No, no, that's
That,
no. That no, I'm telling you, that's how they do it.
not here. Because I've had so many things that have not, I'm like, such and such is not in the portal. Oh no, you have to come in to we'll discuss that when you get here.
Now
They're
if it's
not
not there, then absolutely, right? But
right.
if it's in your, because they upload everything in that portal, and I'm bad at it. Because they be like, well, we put it in your portal. I ain't got time for that. Can you just tell me? Because I don't feel like logging in. To just tell me what I need to know. That's just me. Because y'all know how I feel about technology. It is what it is. Just call, put me on the phone. Put me on the phone and tell me. I ain't got time for that. But every answer I needed is right in that portal. Every explanation is right in that portal. Unless it's an extreme emergency, you know.
But
But
see,
they
things
live
like
by
that,
that. And I guess
think
it's to cut down the phone traffic also, because then you call and then you on hold for 47 minutes. Or you on hold for an hour and 13 minutes. And 10 times out of 10, the answer that you need is right in your portal.
right, but certain things they're not supposed, that's detrimental, that you don't want to be talked about. Well, if you don't want to talk to me about it over the phone, then don't put the results in my portal. Wait. Like if you, because that's what certain things, like when it came to my knee, and that was my knee. When it came to my knee, those results were not in my portal until I got to the surgeon. They
Oh no.
it wasn't until I got to the surgeon that it dropped in my. I promise you, I was like, this wasn't in here earlier. They was like, yeah, because we told you that you had to come in for the results. See,
Oh
when you have
no.
to come in, when you have to come in for results because you have to have surgery or you have to, or it's detrimental. They're not supposed to do that if you want me to come in. Because if that's the case, everybody can read it on their own and say, oh well, shit. Oh, excuse me, and say well, I read in my portal that I have cancer. What we doing? There's no need in me coming in. So you have to.
But you have to go in if that's what your results say, because then you have to prepare for treatment and options and stuff. Now that then, I guess it depends on the individual hospitalization that you're at. But I know here in New York, everything pretty much goes in that portal because a lot of stuff you're blowing up the phone line and it's a if the answer that you're looking for is negative and that's the answer, then it's in your portal. You don't have to
Oh
call,
well,
you don't have to
negative is
follow
should
up.
be in it,
You don't,
right? But
if you're
see,
looking for a positive outcome, then there's no need for you to come in. It's in your
but
portal. Everything is fine. Everything is safe. But it's
but
just
negative now negative. If anything you have is negative, or that if everything is negative, it should be in the portal and you should be able to see it. But if it's something that is detrimental to your life, um, then that is something that should not be dropped until after I have my visit.
but it's your information though. Ain't nobody else gonna see that but you.
Right, but the doctor needs
I
to.
can't check your information and you can't check mine unless I give you the
No,
password
absolutely.
and the
But the doctor,
login.
right, but the doctor should be the one to give that type of news. It shouldn't be dropped in the portal. At least here. Like I said, it was something simple as my knee, and it wasn't in there. It wasn't in there until I got to the surgeon's office. And they were like, oh, so this is what's wrong. And I was like, and as soon as it's like, literally, by the time I walked to my car, exactly what the doctor had put, my results was in the portal. It was not in the portal before my visit. And that was my knee. My knee. So my thing is certain things should not be in there and if you want me to come in.
Okay.
But I mean every state, every doctor is different. Everybody doesn't do everything the same. And that even goes for doctors. So, she had her they it was told to her like that, and but everything got taken care of, and she has had by now she has already had her new breasts, as her slogan says. She has her new breasts, and they had to put, basically, she said, like, iron things up under the muscle because there was no breast tissue, there was nothing to build a breast from.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So she had her nipple reconstruction in July, and now she's just waiting on her tattoo. And the reason why she has to have a tattoo is because they take skin from another part of your body, which she said they took it from up under her arm, and they made a nipple. But of course, your areola is not the same color as your breast. So the
Right.
tattoo is the color, the color that it's supposed to be. So that's the only part
So
that
she
she
has
has to
breasts
deal
like
with.
Barbie, like that plastic. Everything is the same color.
Yeah,
Wow.
as of right now, until she goes back and she has her tattoo done of the areola.
Wow.
And I
That's how
asked
they
her.
do that. Okay.
Hmm. And I asked her, I said, what advice would you give? What, because I know I'm over time, so I'm gonna do this real quick. I said, what advice would you give anybody else? And she said, if you do have it, or have a support system, don't fight in silence. And she said, if you can't find anybody who's going to support you or who is in your corner, she was like, there's support groups, there are different things that she was like, but if you don't have anybody in your corner, find it some new friends. She said, because you find out,
Amen.
she
Find
said,
some
if you find, she said, you find out who is in your corner when you are at your lowest. She said, and you find, she was like, you find out who's in your corner when you are at your lowest. And she said, your faith has to be bigger than your fear. And it's
Mm.
easier for you to find out. She said, because she found out that she had cancer at stage 0. And it's easier for you to find out, as we said in the beginning, at stage 0 than at stage 4. Because at stage 4, that is not an easy fight. Not that cancer is a fight. And please, cancer is not an easy fight, period. But if you want to have a better chance, because there are people who has beaten it at stage 4. There are people who has beaten it at stage 4. Don't ever get that twisted. But if you want to have a better chance and a easier road, she didn't have to have chemo, she didn't have to have radiation, she didn't have to do that stuff. So if you want to have that experience, check your boobs and get to know your own boobs. Like I said, get to know your own boobs. Don't let somebody else or your doctor know your boobs or your man know your boobs better than you do, because he don't know how to give no breast exam. He doesn't know how to do it. All he looking for is a good time. Okay. So you get right. I'm just
I know
okay.
you are.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm candid. I'm sorry.
But
It is what it is.
there are some men who know what they looking for. I'm just saying.
I'm saying, but they're not going to do it for you as many times as you need it done. I mean, if he doesn't live in a house with you, and you only see him every other weekend or one weekend a month, that's like going to the doctor. You need to know your own boobs, unless he live in a house with you and you teach him. Now it ain't gonna end up the same. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. But if he do the breast exam, it's be like, oh, okay, I don't feel no lumps. All right, well, we know what's gonna happen after that. So just what I'm saying is, know your own breast. 'Cause know your know your own. That's all I'm saying. Know your own. Know your.
Yeah, yeah, we know.
I'm sorry. I'm.
It's you know what, you gotta laugh. You have to laugh.
I'm just.
You have to
Cause you can
laugh.
teach him how to do it all you want to, but it might be a night where you want to watch Grey's Anatomy and, and he doing your breast exam and you ain't watching Grey's Anatomy after that. So I'm
Yeah.
saying check your own, do your own, okay? All right, that's all I'm saying. Do your own. And if
Those-
anybody has any follow-up questions, and she did say this when because she had a lot of stuff to do, so that's why I did the interview for her. If anybody has any questions, just to let us know. She said she has no problem with doing a follow up, and we could do it this month. Of course, I would probably talk to Cherise about doing another doing a follow up if anybody wants a follow up or any questions that want to ask her herself. Because see, I have it all written down, all the questions that I asked her, and there may be something that somebody else wants to ask her, or
Yeah,
how she
yeah,
felt or whatever I did an interview because she had, all of us have lives outside of what's going on, and she has 2 children and she had things to do. So um I did the interview and wrote everything down. If anybody has any follow-up questions or anything that they want to know, or even if they just put it in the comments or anything they want me to ask, I will get the questions from Reese, have ask her, and or just have her answer them directly. whatever y'all want to know. But her name is Mywin, and that is my sis from another miss. And that, that's her story. She is doing her thing, and I'm so proud of her. I don't know if she's watching, but I am super duper proud of her. She did that because, I mean, but again, December to May to sit in a chair and sleep in a chair. How much rest? I don't know about anybody else, but how much rest do you think you're getting sitting in a chair? Upright. Oh, okay.
So listen, we are way over our time, but
Yeah, we 6 minutes over. I'm sorry, my bad.
it's okay. It's okay. I told you we don't apologize. We don't apologize. Because it was well worth it. It was a beautiful tribute. Even even in the lost, it's still a testimony. It's still a testimony because at the end of the day, we know that God does all things well. God does all things well. I salute you and I commend you for wanting to do this and sharing the way that you did. It was beautiful. Girl, I may have to send you a cupcake for your birthday or something, or a Sprite. Sprite is your thing, right? I'm gonna send you a Sprite, right? Because that's really really hard to do. I don't know if I could have done that. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But
Don't trust
I
me.
applaud this platform. I'm glad we have this platform to bring awareness to breast cancer. If This is why I do, and this is why I'm on YouTube. This is why we have replays. So for anybody who missed it, please go back and watch it. It was really, really good information that was given. Some things you know, some things you may not know. Like I didn't know from the rooter to the tutor, and you had to go through all the hormones is something else. That's why I don't understand all the wonderful medical changes that are taking place and got laws and whatever. That's not this platform. But again, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tribute to breast cancer awareness. And I'm glad that this was your choice because I want to talk about you all night because you're a piece of work. But
I'm a piece of work.
You're a piece of work. It's your birthday month, and this is I talk about you. I'm gonna talk about you when we get off the air anyway. So, because I think it's strange, but again, happy birthday, Neen. There was a few folks that was wishing you happy birthday as well.
And go see Saw. Saw was good. Saw was really good. Saw X. I saw it last night. I mean Friday night. Yeah, Friday night.
I stopped watching Saw after the second one. I don't care. Okay, great. So,
I'm just saying, Jigsaw did his thing. Okay.
Great. I don't care. So, again,
that's my other personality.
I commend you. Again, I celebrate you. I love you. Enjoy your birthday month.
Yeah.
We got to figure out how to meet up on the I-95. But as you know, I got some things going on. So we got to figure it out. So thank you again for joining us on Chit Chat with Cherise. And again, Chit Chat with Cherise airs the first of every month. So our next broadcast, unless we do a follow-up to this. So if you want us to do a follow-up to this, leave us a message in the comments, either on YouTube, on Facebook, on the Chit Chat with Cherise page. Follow, tag, like, and share so we know what to do and what not to do. Otherwise, we'll see you on the 1st of November with Chit Chat with Cherise. And we will see you on Solid Saturdays, which is my other platform, on Saturdays at 8 a.m. All right, people. Thank you again. Thank you, Neen.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Myron. And we're always praying for your family and the loss of your aunt. All right. So until next time, just stay safe and stay encouraged. Bye.
Bye.